Namaste everyone. Introducing Nishchay PHP framework. It's an open structure. Means we can create our own type of application structure. This allows application to be MVC, HMVC, or anything. We only have to define our structure in XML form, then Nishchay processor will force our application to allow only those things which are defined in structure definition. Request handling. To create in root we only have to define root annotation on controller method. We can define custom route path. We can also create path same as method name. Root can have dynamic values by specifying just name and curly braces. This dynamic value can be optional by just specifying single question mark before brace. This root can support all HTTP methods. It can support only few HTTP methods like post, put, or single like delete. Just define prefix for the controller, and all root within controller are prefixed. Any root within controller can also ignore this prefix. Web services. Just use response annotation, which will make root to respond with either JSON or XML response. Service response can be filtered by using fields demand. This can be disabled, or can allow only specific fields demand. Just specify token equals to true, and service will require token to access service. Data handling. Create a class, annotated with entity annotation, which will then map to table defined in this annotation. This will make all properties of class to map to table columns. Property can be mandatory by just specifying parameter required as true, or we can make property read-only using read-only parameter name. Just specify encrypt equals to true and data will be saved in encrypted form in table. It will be decrypted back to original upon fetching data from table. Entity supports other things, such as validation, setter property, trigger to be called before or after insert, update and delete. Query builder. We can create simple query, complex query statement. We can also use entity query builder to create query based on class. Session. Nishchay have various types of sessions like till next request count, which expires after given number of requests. Read limit, which destroys on its own once defined read limit is reached. There are other sessions like conditional, scope, context and more. Maintenance modes. Put your application into maintenance by given one or more date and time ranges based on user agents or callback method. We can allow list of routes to be executed even in maintenance mode. Console commands. Use console commands to create empty or CRUD controller or entity. Or we can use templates, which will create controller and entity based on feature template. Console commands can also run root, which is useful for cron jobs.